day 66 of the 75 hard challenge. That means 9 more videos to go, people. I am so excited. Can't wait to be done with this challenge. I actually wanted to talk to you guys about burnout and my story of burnout and how it actually led to depression. So about 2 years ago, which was 2023, a very traumatic experience happened in my life. The experience was actually a near-death experience, and it really just shook me to the core. And at the time, I didn't even realize, but I was at my wit's end. I was burnt out from work. I had just been giving so much and, taking more than I could handle. And it got to a point where I physically just started to shut down, but I didn't even recognize the signs. Luckily, I have a really amazing manager who is very self-aware and has done just a lot of work on herself in terms of coaching, etc. And she actually noticed that Thato is not her usual self. There's just something off. Like, she just wasn't sure exactly. But when we started having a conversation and she started asking specific questions, that's when I realized, okay, actually, I'm not fine. But I just thought it was one of those things where you just shake it off and you're okay afterwards. But nope, it was much more bigger than that. It was burnout, and I'll actually put a definition from the dictionary of what burnout is and how severe it can get. So the dictionary definition, I just quickly looked it up, was it's an emotional state, or it's a state of being emotionally, physically and mentally exhausted, which is usually linked to work due to a prolonged period of excessive stress. So that's where I was, and the signs really is that I wasn't sleeping well anymore. I was struggling to get quality sleep even when I was sleeping. I didn't have much energy, I was constantly exhausted. I wasn't tired, I was exhausted, where you don't even want to lift a finger. You are just dragging yourself, and people can actually physically see you're not okay. My energy was zero. I was speaking so slow, there was just no energy, no life in my voice. I was actually physically looking pale. I wasn't eating well. I had loss of appetite. So also a lot of these symptoms are also symptoms of depression. I had no energy for extra activities outside of work. I just did what I had to do and I kept it moving. Luckily, I had a manager who said, you know what, I really think you might be suffering from depression or burnout, but I don't want to diagnose you, so rather go see your GP so that they can say what the issue is. So I went to my GP and she then said, yeah, no, you are definitely suffering from burnout, which has also led to depression. And I was given, I think, a week or 2 off, just to sort of, gather myself in a way, to find a moment just to pause and to relax and to actually deal with what was happening. Because I think the sad part is I wasn't avoiding it. I didn't even know it was happening. I just thought, it's just one of those days. I'm just feeling tired. One of those days turned into one of those weeks, which turned into one of those months. It was long, guys, and I didn't even pick up on that. How scary. I guess also there's a part of me that just thought it's something that I could just push through. Eventually, it'll go away. And there's just some things you can't push through, no matter how strong you are, no matter how resilient you are. And I really do believe I'm a really resilient person, and I don't allow just for one sad day to get me down. So I just thought it's just one of those sad days. No, sweetie, your entire mental state was in the bin. It was just non-existent. I was on autopilot. I was extremely numb to everything and everyone, and honestly didn't have a zest for life, didn't want to participate in life in general. The fact that I even still had to wake up was just so bizarre for me. Why do I have to be up So I was really down bad, and I'm just grateful that I had a really great support system at the time, which is my family and my friends. They really helped me get through that moment, but I'm just grateful also that I had a manager who saw the signs, because honestly I don't know how long it would have taken me to actually get help eventually, because I didn't even realize that there's a problem, like you are not okay. So I just wanted to share my story, and that it's not unique, it's nothing new. And if you are starting to see those signs, and it's not just a sad day, like I said, it's prolonged, it's weeks, months of you feeling those excessive emotions, then you need to get it checked out and just consult. I think there's nothing wrong. It doesn't mean or every little thing now you're gonna be like, oh, you depression. I think depression is much more deeper than we think it is, and it takes a really long time to recover. And I just realized actually it's taken me 2 years to come out of this burnout depression state, guys. And even in that 2 years, it was a lot of hard work, dealing with a lot of emotions, going through coaching, going through counseling, just working through a lot of uncomfortable things that a lot of us just want to blanket or just throw it under the carpet. But there's just some things that are going to knock and demand your attention until you face it. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. We all have problems, we all have things that we are struggling with, and it's okay to ask for help, whether you're a female, whether you're a male. Ask for the necessary help, because you are cutting people that are close to you. You are hurting them. They're trying to be there for you, and you are pushing them away. And I speak from experience, and I don't take away from the way I dealt with it. I don't have any regrets, but I think I definitely did hurt a lot of people along the way, and it wasn't intentional. I was just in a really dark space, and I couldn't even get myself out of it. So it took a lot of that and a lot of prayer, guys. Like God brought me out of the depression. I feel like I want to unpack this maybe in another video, just to really go deeper into it. But it was, guys, it was a battle for my mind. It was war on my mind. Like I had to literally fight, and there was a point where I was like, you know what, God, I do not have the energy or the strength for this. Like I need you to fight for me, because this is too much right now. So I just want to encourage anyone, God is there, He listens, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Mental health is a thing. It's either your mental health is in a good state or bad state, but we all have mental health as much as we have physical, emotional, spiritual health as well. I want to encourage anyone who is struggling with it, or know someone who's struggling with it, that it's not the end, and you do come out on the other side so victorious and so strong. Like it really builds such character and resilience and a strength that you never knew you possessed. So it's not the end, and you're gonna make it. You are gonna be fine. God's got you. He loves you, and He is going to fight for you when you have no strength to fight. So yeah, I hope you guys were encouraged by this video. Let's share, like, if someone has struggled with burnout or depression, I think that would be nice to encourage other people as well, to be like, hey, hands up, I went through this as well, and it doesn't make you any less of a person, and that you can get through this, and nothing is too difficult for God. So thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Bye.